When I worked in the fields, an Arab sheikh helped me with his own hands. My name was Juliana, and I lived in a small village in the Philippines. My life was simple, yet very difficult. Every day before sunrise, I would wake up and head to the rice fields, work for long hours, gather vegetables, and sell them in the market to provide for my children. One day, an agricultural project began near our village, bringing workers and visitors from different countries. Among them was an Arab man named Khalid. Everyone called him Sheikh Khalid, because he came from a well-known Arab family. I saw him for the first time while I was working under the scorching sun in a rice field. I was exhausted when I noticed a tall man approaching me and helping carry bundles of rice. I looked at him in surprise and asked, "What are you doing?" He smiled and replied, "I'm helping you with your work." I laughed because I thought he was joking, but he continued working beside me with complete sincerity. From that day on, I realized that there are people who help others purely out of kindness and humanity. As the days passed, Khalid continued visiting the fields. He sat with the workers, shared meals with them, and never showed any pride or arrogance. Despite his status, he remained humble, and everyone respected and admired him. Gradually, our conversations became longer and more meaningful. He told me about his country and culture, while I shared my dreams and my desire to build a better future for my children. Whenever I spoke about my fears and ambitions, he would say, "People who truly believe in their dreams will reach them one day." His words always gave me hope and strength. Little by little, our friendship grew stronger. Sometimes we would sit near the fields at sunset, talking about life, dreams, and the future. One day, he said to me, "I have traveled to many countries, but I have never met a woman as strong and hardworking as you." I blushed and smiled quietly. From that moment, I began to feel that our friendship was becoming something deeper. Our love story did not happen suddenly. It grew slowly through respect, trust, and sincerity. When the villagers noticed how close we had become, no one objected because everyone knew that our relationship was built on genuine respect and affection. People often said, "If you want to see true love, look at Juliana and Khalid." We always smiled whenever we heard those words. But one day, Khalid had to return to his country. It was one of the hardest days of my life. At the airport, he held my hand and said, "Distance cannot destroy love. If what we have is real, we will meet again." His eyes were filled with tears, and so were mine. Khalid left, but we stayed in touch. Several years later, I moved to the United Arab Emirates in search of better opportunities. I worked hard in different fields, and little by little, my life began to improve. Then, during a business event in Dubai, something happened that I never expected. I saw Khalid again. He was standing there, smiling exactly as I remembered him. He looked at me and said, "Didn't I tell you we would meet again?" At that moment, it felt as though time had stopped. We resumed our relationship, but this time we were wiser, more mature, and more certain of our feelings. Years later, after achieving success in our careers, we worked together on charitable projects that help migrants and people searching for better opportunities. One day, Khalid said to me, "Love is not simply about staying together. It is about helping each other become better human beings." I smiled and replied, "And you taught me the meaning of that." Even today, people still talk about our story, not because of wealth or fame, but because of how simply it began. It started when an Arab sheikh stood beside a hard-working woman in a rice field and offered her a helping hand with genuine kindness. From that moment, a friendship was born. That friendship became respect, respect became love, and love became a beautiful story remembered by everyone who knew it. Because true love begins in the heart, not in wealth or social status. Heart.